Hey kids, another day here on Streamcraft, and I have something I gotta do today. I said I want to step this thing here up to the next level. I want to get our last set of machines in here. The problem is that you notice the footprint of this thing? It's getting kind of big. That, and this is supposed to be like a power generation area, and it's turned into every workspace I've ever made. This place is a disaster. These guys here, they're going to go on that. That's not going right there, don't worry. That is a, just so you have an idea what the heck this thing is, that is a full-sized Mekanism solar evaporation setup. That's 18 blocks high. That's full size. You see that guy over there? Yeah, he's sunk into the ground by, what's that, 13 blocks. That's what that normally looks like. That is going to be unacceptable where we're going to build. As you can see, I got a bit of a frame up already. We have, I wish I could remember who gave us these builders ones. Made that thing so much easier. Just snap, 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 build a whole big long line. So, the idea here is that Scully he's got a warehouse right there. He hasn't done a single video on this yet, and I don't want to spoil him. I don't want to spoil a bunch of his stuff. I want him to explain the thought process behind how he does some of these things. I can say, oh yeah, that looks great, and no, well, that's the end of that tree. You know, I want him to be able to do this. That's his. Now, I do have to spoil. Okay, Scully's built this awesome little, comfy workshop here, and it looks neat. We threw a little immersive engineering in here and there just to, there's more clutter. So Scully has this quaint and rather comfy looking thing. My plan is to build Traktor Factory. That's what this is going to be. You can see this. There's an eerie biome here, and where the node is. I bought my thermometer. Oh, it is right here. The node right here. It's a sinister node. I'm going to move it someday. Yes, that means venturing into the evil that is magic mods. I'll put it in a bottle, and I'll move it, and I'll set it somewhere else. I don't know if that's going to change the eerie biome, because you got this sudden blue sky here, and then you step outside, and bang, beautiful again. I don't know enough about Thaumcraft 4 to know if that's going to work. So, you might be asking yourself, what in the nine hells are you doing here? Well, that giant orange monstrosity has a 6x6 footprint. We're going to put it here in this 8x8 space, and we're going to surround it with sheet metal blocks. So it looks like a giant silo. And then we'll run catwalks and maybe some stairs up it or something. That ugly orange isn't going to fit with the way we got things going, so I have to hide it somehow. Now, this building is also rather huge because it's going to have some stuff going on the inside, along with all the machines. Come down here, we'll grab some of this steel scaffolding. I like to thank Mekanism for making steel so easy to build. Now, actually I forgot, I'm going to need some of these. Yeah, I could go with, thanks Rain, I needed that. I could have gone with wedge slopes, I probably should have. They're actually cheaper in terms of making these things. Instead of using 6 blocks to make 4, you're getting 6 blocks out of it. But the idea here is that we're building a nice sort of turn-of-the-century industrial structure. Have you ever looked at any pictures of kind of... That one. Get off my hotbar. that sort of 19th century industrial look, especially post 1840s. They use a lot of steel. I mean, steel frame buildings, brick facades, because they look strong. They are strong. And then these and that. Oh wow, that's got a... that's weird. He went and grabbed a slope. We transition to stone now. For what? Is this... Let's try this here. Do I get... Seriously, you. And that. So we don't get an errors there. What if... Graphics to fancy. Smooth lighting. Yes, kids. Go and watch. Hang on here. Go make a... About that. There. Forgot to advertise. Let's see if I can bend an arm here. That is weird. I don't get that. I bet you that's just because it's next to a wall. We'll do this. Let's see. Yeah, you can already tell it's darker here. That. But, I have no torches. You know, Rain, I don't like you. I'm going to pause this. I'll throw up some more steel structure, and hopefully by then the rain will have gone away. Okay, Rain, get lost. Yeah, and I can't remember what the thing is you can see in the corner. As long as half the people are sleeping, the rain goes away. My plan had actually originally been to come out this way. So we moved, kind of in a frantic hurry, all the chests that were over here. Except for this one. Black is community stuff. I have not. I've borrowed a couple of these. You know, made a clipping, put it back. I don't know why the jungle saplings are there. Maybe because someone hasn't found jungle saplings yet. Don't know. Yeah, original plan was to come here, and then it hit me that the nice view is from over here. So I had to come over here. My mistake. We'll put something over there yet. That's really just a giant slab of concrete. So it's really nothing. We could carve that out of there and go pick the blocks up. Now I've got a whole bunch of these frames to put down. I'll be back when I got it all finished. So we got a bunch up. You might have noticed that I had a little bit of weirdness going on here to make sure my front of the building was supported. So I got a double beam here. You're probably thinking, Dub, how are you going to deal with that? How did you think I was going to deal with it? There. Slight issue there, but I can deal with it. Yeah, that's okay. After all, this is going to have to look like a big load-bearing gizmo. We've got a whole brick wall up there to hold up in the air. And that's going to give us 4 nice big beefy pillars here. And you have no idea how much I'm loving this essence infused. I'm out of frames. Yeah, this suit is great. Lets you do all this kind of stuff. This would have been a bit of a pain in the butt to do with dirt pillars, but it would have just taken longer. So it's not really cheating. Okay, I think I got my steel frame done. If you're wondering why I want to put so much work into the Mekanism ore smelting to get the 5 times, it's because I intend to use a lot of steel. And I mean a lot of steel. Hey. So, what I did, I went back and doubled up these 4. Just along the bottom. I might still do the top, I don't know. Actually, no, I don't have to, because right now that's sitting on underneath the bricks. So that works fine. This is going to be the main entrance anyway. You come in. There's a lot of weight to hold up here. The ceiling, you see right now we're all laid out in dirt. I'm going to go around, at least on the outside. It's nice chiseled bricks. Scully went with the limestone. I think it makes a great decorative block. And as far as a workshop goes, I think it looks great. This is going to be just a tractor factory. And we want something nice and big and chunky, like these bricks. I think, let's go here. There's 2 kinds of these bricks. I forgot here, the aligned and then detailed. And if memory serves, they don't quite match up. You and you. You know what? I think I lied. I could have swore these didn't quite match up. I think they don't match up here. You see where the transition is from one brick to the next? But I think we can use that in a few spots. I think for some places... Yeah, especially like this is just a pillar, right? That's a whole block. This is a quarter of a block. So we can rough it up a little bit with that, so it's not quite so uniform. Kind of the way there's the damaged tiles on that one. The roof, I'm still not sure. I don't want to go with a flat roof. A flat roof seems kind of dull. A peaked roof would get really big, and you can tell by the time we'd reach the top, we'd be over top of this. I might peak the roof of that guy. My other option is a dome. If you go do a Google search for, I think I looked for Victorian Factory, just to get a bunch of nice pictures. As in, a lot of them, they have like a domed roof full of glass, so you can, just so there's natural lighting. I'll probably go with that once I figure out how I'm going to do it. See, because I have regular glass. We do have a connected glass to connected texture for glass. The problem is I don't have silk touch on my pick, which means anything I break, I'm not getting back. Unless it's something like this. Nope, stop that. See, because we can kind of do a slope with those. And if need be, we get them back. The problem is that this is going to get a little pricey. No, I thought these had a connected texture. I am wrong. I'll pay for it by not getting those blocks back. Do I go with this, or do I go with... okay. Yeah, I'm going to chisel this shit anyway. Because you've got all of these options, right? But I want something that looks like it's going to go across the top well. It's ornate steel glass. Let's do it like this, so I don't have to worry about losing it. You have the connected texture. But you don't when you're on a carpenter block. That's a weird sound. You can see through it. What about... See this... I'm going to go with this iron fence glass for the windows, just because it looks like barred windows, right? But up on the ceiling, we don't have to worry about that quite so much. Street glass. You will not have a connected texture when I do this. You don't need one because you are a transparent block. Fully transparent block at that. But you can see the transitions between the two. Well, we might have to go with it anyway, just because it's the only thing that's that transparent. And then I got to figure out how to put the dome on here. That's going to be a bit. But as it is, I want to get this. I want to get the front dealt with here first. So I'm going to bring that giant bastard over here and sink him into the ground. And then we'll start covering him up. Now comes the fun part. Rounding the whole thing out. Because you want this to look more like a tank and less like a giant square-sided box. Thankfully, if we went for carpenter blocks, I don't know what I would do. Well, I know exactly what I would do. I would build more things that are pointlessly square. Well, there's one tank. That cost a lot. I think it's 12 high. So 1, 2, 3, 48. It's a lot. It's a lot. 3/4 of a stack per side there. Ugh. I cut all the dirt out of here. And then we're going to sink the solar evaporator into the ground. So you won't be able to see any of it. You're probably thinking it's going to be a bit of a pain in the butt to wire up if you're going to stick it underground, eh, Dub? Nope. We have a ready-made hole. It's giant friggin'. We stumbled onto this. When did I find this? I found this in the first week before I'd built any of this awesome armor. I got killed down here a couple of times. Torched up as much as I could, then just tried not to come back, because it was just a free-range mob farm down here. And then I started building magnum torches. There's one here, one at the other end, and they go 64 to a side and then 32 up and down. So that covers here to bedrock, to side, and it's really cut down on those irritating infernal mobs that never despawn. And to the guys that come up with infernal mobs, your heart was in the right place. The problem is the sons of bitches don't go anywhere, and then they sit there and jump up and down in water, and they never go away. And if you've ever been in a place where there's a dozen of those sons of bitches jumping around in water, keeping you from doing anything, it kind of really, really sucks. You're probably never going to hear this, but you're horrible people for making that happen to us. Before I get too carried away here, I need to make sure that I'm still getting... I gotta get the water... Bleh. I have to get the brine out of this thing. So this is going to be... That's going to be a big steel tank. I'm just going to pipe it out of here. I can't go into the corner block on a railcraft tank. I gotta go in the side. I'm going to come out here, up a couple, just like that. I want to be able to see the piping. I want it to look cool. The other part is you have to get water into it. And to do that, we're going to come out here. Oh, Scully went and ran a road out in front of this thing. Sorry, Scully. I may have to... Actually, I have a bit of an idea. Scully, you're getting a bridge. We're going to put a water plant right here. Or not. I might just build a quick little thing right here. We'll pipe in the water. It's going to use Mekanism pumps. I can hide most of that. I just want it, to come up out of the water. Or out of the ground somewhere interesting. On second thought, we're going to pull it out of the ground. It hit me that, on the outside at least, I can do stuff like this. And, of course, you never have anything on you that you want. Because I just found out that you can put... Yeah, get back here. You can put scaffolding around these pipes. I don't know why I didn't know that. I never bothered to read the manual. But you can. So we can actually have a pipe come out of the side of the tank and not have that big gaping, empty spot there. Look, the pipe looks like it belongs there. So I can do some stuff out here to make it look all nice and funky, which is awesome. I think what I wouldn't mind, not that the guys from Immersive Engineering are going to hear this, but if they could make us some valves, even just for decoration. Like a nice gate valve or a check valve or something like that. Because the pipes are cool, but you still need a way to isolate them. Right? Like you can put a valve here and a valve here, and then I can get into really dorky pipe terminology with a bypass and a bunch of other stuff. But it would definitely make it look cooler. As it stands, this guy is in here. Still got to finish this off. Oh, yeah, that. So we're not going to stick out. We're not going to show up atop of the tank. Right? This is going to be. I go like this. Doot. That's our 16 high. That with solar. Stop that. Got to put the 4 solar things on. They're going to 1, 2, 3, 4. They're 3 blocks high, which gives us 1 block of space on top. We can't cover them over, otherwise they don't work. So we're not going to have much of a tank roof. I'll find something to do with that, or just a quick walkway around it. Okay, got a moment of truth here. Make sure we've got this thing built the way it needs to be. I need 1 of these, and 2 of these, and 3, and 4, and then the controller. Big money. Yes! Pixels. Height. Yep, that's right. We've got the, oh, hey, right, because I built it on land. We're on a beach. If you build it on, over ocean, it's, times 0.8. Building up some power. I gotta get some water into this thing. There, so you can't see it from there. At all. We've completely buried it. Let's grab, oh, got a bunch on me. So the only thing we can't cover up is the 6x6 space. The panels themselves take up. You can cover up a couple, but it starts to impact their efficiency. And I shouldn't have to cover anything up. There. I wonder if... Curious. Do you count as blockage? 200. Nope. I know they block light. 200. 200. Okay, cool, I can do that. The walkway won't be quite as tight along the top. Oh. Now I gotta build a bunch of yellow railcraft posts. Put around there. Run a bunch of ladders and scaffolding up the side. Because the guy's still gonna have to access, well, in theory, were this a functioning tank like that, a guy would have to get to the top to maintain it every now and then. But it's Minecraft, so we won't have to worry about it as much. Plus, it's kind of dull right now. I think my video is getting a little long. I myself have not yet had breakfast this morning, and I'm starving. So this is going to be a 2-parter, which is okay. I need to put out videos on a regular basis to get, at least try to make up the 2 I lost when I stopped doing TechNode. Complain, grumble. And hopefully by then, well, I'll get the other tank put in. I'll move the evaporator over, get this tank built. We'll start shoehorning equipment in, and by then I'll figure out how I want to do the domes on the top. We'll see you then. Later.